Hi everybody, it's been a hot minute since I've last done a video on this channel and I keep losing my voice. Yeah, so it's been a while, and I've got a different backdrop right now. This is really a mirror that I am trying to cover up so that you don't see the other messy side of the room. But yeah, so I'm going to try this situation out and see how I like it. Hopefully this lighting is somewhat decent. But anyway, so I just kind of ghetto rig some of it back there. But anyway, so I've been like thinking about making a video of a certain topic, but I don't know. I might approach it in this video. I really don't know where I'm going to go with this video. I've been wanting to make a video and there's things I want to say, but I don't know if I should say them or if I don't really feel totally comfortable talking about things right now, but I kind of do want to talk about some things. But basically, there's so much sadness going on right now just in the world with everything from the election to personal relationships to life in general to even the weather situation. Right now we have the wildfires going on in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and that's just been like it's been a really difficult thing for those of us who've like visited Pigeon Forge. Like, I think it's affecting a lot of people in Tennessee because that's like a big vacation spot for those of us who live in Tennessee. I mean, whether you live in Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, or there in East Tennessee, it's a big vacation spot. And for those who don't know, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg are all kind of like together in a county, Sevier County, kind of like in the northeastern area of Tennessee. And so it's just right now it's just kind of heartbreaking to hear what's going on with it. It wasn't that long ago that I was fortunate enough to get to go there. I've been there twice this year. I'll use the word again. I was very fortunate to get to go twice this year. Okay, I just spent a long time talking about the wildfires in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. I don't know if I'm even going to include that footage because there's so much of it, but or just edit it down. Which, speaking of editing, I'm going to try a different editor because I've been using, the Windows Movie Maker. Well, it used to be Windows Movie Maker. It seems like it has some other elaborate name to it in addition to Movie Maker that I used to always use, but it's just, I'm having all kinds of problems, like glitchy problems, which I think have shown up in some of my recent videos. And I've always had problems with that particular program ever since I've had this stupid laptop that I use, but it's a more updated laptop, and I love my desktop, but my desktop is so old. It's XP and it doesn't work with what I'm recording on right now. It won't hardly load the videos. And I could go back to my old Sony camera, but that's not an HD camera, and it doesn't do like the widescreen. It just does like the full screen frames, and the quality just isn't there anymore. But it's so much easier to use, and I'll have to stop in between and restart the video because the little timer runs out, and I miss that. I want a new camera, but that's gonna be a while before I can get a new camera. Anywho, yeah, so I guess the topic I was going on was that there's so much sadness going on, and there's even like bad storms going through like Nashville tonight in Middle Tennessee. Well, I shouldn't really say Nashville because we've been fortunate enough and blessed to be spared from some of this really bad weather, but like south of here there's been a lot of like tornado warnings and whatnot, and it's just a mess. Anyway, so yeah, personal relationship sadness too. Oh geez, I won't really touch on that. I've tried making videos, not necessarily on that topic, but I'm just saying I've tried making videos recently, but they just weren't working for me. I'd sit in front of the camera and I'm doing kind of like what I am now, but I was just kind of like, I just couldn't function. Yeah, so things have been kind of difficult. Well, not kind of, things have been difficult lately, but there's always a hope, and that's what I guess I'm kind of coming around with this video. There is hope. No matter how bad your situation is, um, there's always a chance to turn it around. I mean, it may seem like, well, things are so bad, how can I turn them around? There's no way to turn them around, but you can eventually turn something around. Um, it's just one of those things, I guess it's like you gotta have faith. And, you gotta sometimes do things you don't want to do, that you're afraid to do, to turn around and to make things better for yourself. Um, and sometimes when like when things are not going well and you know that you're in a situation that's not good for you, sometimes what you need to do is hard and it's scary, but you gotta do it. And I mean, oh gosh, I didn't really want to go down this path, but yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. I think right now with the way things are, just for people in general, I keep saying there's a lot of sadness out there. I think now is a time more than ever to start spreading as much positivity as possible. Like, there's so much negativity out there. We need more positivity. And so, I guess where I'm going to go with this now is that no matter what you've been through, like some people have just been through little things that other people would consider like little minor hiccups, like, oh, that's nothing. And then there's some people who've been through things that are extremely like hard to even comprehend because they're so tragic that just, I mean, like I'm thinking of people I know who've been through some things personally and I can't even comprehend what they've been through. There's been a lot of things that I've been through that I know people can't comprehend, or some people are like, oh, well, it's unfortunate you were in that situation, but you had it easy compared to what it could have been. Like, I mean, I could talk about numerous things, but I won't right now, and I won't do any sob stories right now. But basically, no matter what we've been through, it you're strong. Like, I know saying strength is usually associated with people who've been through some pretty tragic things. And yes, they are strong. And absolutely they are strong. But there are people who face things that others might consider very minor or minuscule on a daily basis. And, people just kind of shrug it off, like, or dust it off, like, hey, that's nothing. What you've been through isn't bad at all. But for that person, that whatever they're going through at that specific moment, it's bad for them. And, telling somebody that what they're going through isn't like warranted of like being like a worse situation. Like, they may feel horrible about what they're going through. And because they can't comprehend something worse that's happened to other people. You know what? Don't like brush off that person and their struggles, what they've gone through at that moment. That's tough on them, and they are strong. They need to know that they're strong. If they can get through whatever struggle they're going through, they're strong. So I guess what I really want to communicate right now is like, no matter what you've been through, whether it's something that others consider nothing, who would normally brush it off, and it's just for you, it's difficult, you're strong. You're strong, you're beautiful, and courageous. We are all strong, beautiful, and courageous, no matter what we've been through. And so, I guess I just want to be able to let people know that, hey, you are strong, you are beautiful, and you're courageous, no matter what you've been through, big or small. You're getting through it, and that's what matters, is that you're working through it, and maybe you've overcome it, and that's amazing. You're amazing for being able to overcome whatever it is that you've had to persevere through. And the fact that you persevere through it is all that matters. So I guess I'll round that up right now. This is kind of all over the place, I guess. I wanted to do something more blog-like, but I feel like I live such a boring life, especially right now, that I don't really have anything worth blogging. I might do it just for my personal, like, for my own reasons, my blog. I mean, I don't expect anybody to really watch those videos. I don't really expect people to watch this video, but if you are watching it, then thank you so much for having clicked on it, and especially if you watched it to this point, thank you. Like, massive thank you for seeing through this. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing well, if anybody's watching this at all. And thank you, and remember, you are strong, beautiful, and courageous no matter what you've been through.